Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, so here comes the offense for the first time today. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Oh, he wants it all. Catch inside the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Hand off to the fullback. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, they handed it off to the fullback, and a nice job by the strong safety coming downhill and making a tackle on a big physical ball carrier.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On the option. The pitch. Headed to the end zone. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. Just about set to kick it away. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Hit as he throws. He's got it. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
To the air on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
It's now second down.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Looking for a man. It's Bowers. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
And here comes the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Looking for a block. It's Harrington. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The offense lining up for a first down play. On the option. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Able to run it out to the 28 on first down. Now it's 2nd and 7. Goes to the option. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on third down. What a weapon.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver, because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They're setting up the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what, I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Now on the option. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Makes a man miss. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
How do you not respect the big fellas? This doesn't take you back in the time machine to the days when a fullback was on the field every single play. Then you're missing out, because fullbacks are awesome. They're just low maintenance. They're not divas like wide receivers. They just block most of the time, don't say much. And then you give them the football, and occasionally you get some big plays like this, and they hit somebody so...
Got enough space. He's in for the score. Touchdown.
And these design QB runs, man, they really test the physicality of this defense. Knowing this quarterback's going to tote the rock, they know that there's now an extra blocker, so somebody on defense is going to have to make a superhuman effort, get off a block and make a play. They could not get that done.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. From the gun, the ground game. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous. And the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, running back gets to give. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Bowers. They're trying to get to it. Zings it complete to the right. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Hand off from the shotgun. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, running back on the move. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? Trying to get to it. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
I don't hate the play call there on 3rd and short either, because you try to catch them off guard. 3rd and short on your own side of the 50. It's not there. Throw it away. Now, if you want to go for it now and run it, now's the time to do it on 4th down.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Harrington. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
He'll ride his man on the option. And he's still running after the move. Oh, look out! And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Just when you thought the fullback position was extinct in college football, how about that run by the big fella? Wow.
After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the option. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Line getting set on 2nd down. Fighting off the defender.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
The option look. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run the option. And it's a touchdown.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Quick handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Bauer. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The give to the back. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
At the 6-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
They bring the punter onto the field now. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Slips through the line. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Running back searching for a hole. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Here comes the option. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
This defense has been sliced and diced, and now facing another 1st and goal. On the option. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown.
1st and goal. You know what's coming. They know what's coming. Can you stop it? And you can. Pound the football straight ahead. Get in for 6. Nice job by the big fella.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The offense set for a 1st down play. Pulled and fired complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. The give to the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. And here comes the punt team. He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running behind that left side. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. The give to the fullback. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. A 1st down for the offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And they got him for the sack. And as I saw that screen start to develop, I thought, big play coming. I just didn't realize it would be for the defense.
Yeah, they got in there quick, and the quarterback's supposed to see that, right? He's supposed to let him come upfield, buy a little bit of time, but then he's got to get rid of it, get it to his playmaker. The offense did not do their end of the bargain. Quarterback got sacked.
They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Scanning the field, it's Bowers. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And now this offense will take the field again. On the option. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. On the option. Showing off the arm.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out really trying to establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Goes to the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. The offense has the whole playbook open to him on 3rd and short. They try to slip in the screen. Did not fool the defense at all. Nice stop by the defense.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Smashes in between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Back to pass, it's Bowers. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Give to the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This is such a hard area to have success as an offense. I mean, you're backed up near your own end zone. What you really want is just any kind of space. Like, can I get some breathing room? But again, I know this is a defense too. I know you're trying to get out of there, so I'm playing the run really, really hard. I'm sticking to the wide receivers out wide. Nice job, but hey, you didn't give up a safety.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll go to the ground. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
Oh, man, what a run. He wanted to get it in the house, but a nice explosive play in the run game to get all the way down to the 1, Palmer.
Great effort by him. I'd expect this offense now to try to go fast, punch this thing in using tempo.
Waste of time. You're embarrassing us.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. The give to the fullback. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
Two-point conversion attempt is coming. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He makes the grab for the 2. I don't know why you need to go for 2 there, but they do, and it's successful. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Looking for a block. It's Harrington. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Now on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Now on the option. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
He'll ride his man on the option. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Give to the fullback. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. A run for the quarterback. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown.
and the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
They'll line up to go for two. Running back goes in motion. He makes the grab in the end zone for the two-point conversion. I don't think it would have killed him to kick it there. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down for this offense. They'll leave it with him. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Bauer. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He lost one down the sideline. And it's picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they tack on a little more to this big lead. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. And more yards after contact. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. To the air. It's Bowers. Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
Now they'll run the draw. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the return, it's Harrington. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He's looking to throw it. Setting up the screen. At the 35, he's open. Powers through. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Come on, teamwork.
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Assault continues. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And it's right down the boulevard. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the return, it's Harrington. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And he missed it. No good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Berkeley. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside California Memorial Stadium.
All teed up and ready to go here in the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
2nd down coming up. They go to the ground. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
They're going to ride this running back. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Bauer. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this 2nd half.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. He's looking downfield to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
They bring the punter onto the field now.
On to punt it away.
Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Run it with the fullback. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run the option. Nice move there. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Line gets set, 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Pulled down for the tackle.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll run it to the right side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Bowers. Coming after it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And here comes the punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Running it back, it's Harrington. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll try the run. At the 40, there he goes. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
So after the first down run, here's second down. The option look. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Into their happy place for a touchdown.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bell. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Trying the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quick release by the QB. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. They're bringing heat. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. He gets a block. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. They'll run the option. Quick toss. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, look out, there he goes. And he's in for the score. Touchdown.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well. It is virtually impossible to stop.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with the long run for the touchdown. They're lining up to boot it away.
Set to kick off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Leaves it with the running back. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Back to throw, it's Bowers. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll try to really get into this one. Slips through the line. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Here comes the option. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They'll line up for a 2nd down play. On the option. Bulls his way forward. Across the 25, he's got room. Finds the finish line for the touchdown. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Bowers. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
And here comes the punt team.
In punt formation to kick it away.
He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. 1st down here for the offense. They're going to test the right side with this one. Open space at the 25. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of things. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Pressure coming.
And I think everybody holds their breath when that QB is back to throw, and he's right near the goal line. You never know if it's truly a safety, but he just gets out of the end zone and avoids the safety.
First down sack for the defense brings up 2nd down. They move the tight end all over. Power football with the run. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
3rd down coming up.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long.
Do this, offense!
Movement here from the tight end. Might as well stick with him. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Now, 4th down.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
On the option. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
The back goes in motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the option. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
2nd and 7 from the 15. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. To the air, it's Bowers. It's complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. He's there to make the stop, and the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What can you say about the impact this dude has had on this game? He has been completely unblockable all game long, guys. That's his third sack of the game.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. He's looking to throw, feeling some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And how about this defense? They got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and keep that 0 on the scoreboard. No matter who's in the game, who we've rotated, everybody's trying to get a 0 up there.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Give to the big fullback. Fights off a defender. And now on second down for this offense. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Goes to the option. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
Here's the handoff. Smashes through. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now on the option. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Third down play from the gun. Into the end zone. And it's caught for the touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So they take over with great starting field position, moving 36 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Going up top on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Dropping back, it's Bowers. He's got him this time. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. He wants to throw. And wings it incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Flips it out in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Sticks it in his belly. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. This offense has a 2nd down play. Fullback's got it. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
He'll ride his man on the option. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers for a living. I love when you give them the football, they lower their shoulder and get that first down for you.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They'll go to the fullback. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. to the ground with the back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
They have just bloodied their nose on this drive, all on the ground. It's 1st and 10. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? They'll run the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, that was just like trying to run through a traffic jam. No place for the big fella to go.
Yeah, that's the whole key, Reese. You can't let the big fella get some steam. So you got to stop him in his tracks right away. The only way you do that is with penetration up front.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? He'll keep it himself. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down.
And how nice is it to have a guy that can say, I'm just going to go get the 1st down. Like, I know I have options. I can do X, Y, and Z, but I'm just going to let me run it, go get the 1st down, and give myself an extra set of downs.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The option look. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Do they have another 3rd down conversion in the bag? Already 2 for 2 on this drive. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run the option. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the 1st?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
Dances away again. And it'll be a touchdown.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Here comes the option. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Looking for the two-point try. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Throws to the wideout. He makes the grab for the 2. I don't know why you need to go for 2 there, but they do, and it's successful. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking downfield, it's Bowers. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. He wants to throw it. Getting some heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
After the missed connection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's English. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Unloads it left. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, it's Harrington. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Give to the big fullback. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.